back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be showing you how to conceal your dark under eye circles. This is definitely a problem that so many of us deal with. So if you do have those blue or purple undertones underneath the eyes, I'm gonna be showing you exactly how I cancel out that discoloration, but not only that, also how to smooth out that skin and get a very airbrushed and flawless finish underneath the eyes. And if you do have like little unevenness underneath the eyes or like little divots or concave parts under the eyes, I have that too actually, and I will definitely show you and share all of my tips and tricks on how to conceal that. So if you are excited for this video, go ahead and give this a thumbs up already before we even get started, and also subscribe to my channel right down below if you want to join the Rockstar Fan Band. And let's go ahead and get into my tips and tricks. I like to start off with eye patches because it helps to really firm up that area, and then any makeup that you're gonna put on, it's gonna apply a lot smoother and a lot better basically. So these ones are my favorite. These are from Iceland. It's the Hydro Cool Firming Eye Gels. Boom. Feels like ice under there. It's so crazy. And you don't even have to refrigerate these, and they have that like really, really cooling effect. Alrighty, so once you've let it sit for about 10 minutes or so, you can go ahead and peel them off, and your under eyes feel like a baby's bottom. Then we're gonna move straight into primers. So I do use 2 primers, but one of them is just to keep my skin looking glowy and like radiant. The other one actually will help with what we're trying to do here today. So the first one is just the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. And again, I just use this because I like the way it makes my skin look. Just makes it look very radiant and glowy. And then the primer that I really want to talk about for the purpose of this video is the Benefit Cosmetics Porefessional Pearl Primer. Anytime you have like fine lines or even like unevenness under the eyes, this is actually gonna help to create a layer and create like kind of a base for the rest of the makeup to go on. So, you know, it's all going towards the same cause here. I really just apply this right on the areas that I want smoothed out. So right on the nose, and then definitely underneath the eyes for this particular tutorial. Next up, we gotta go in with some foundation. This has been like my favorite foundation. I'm holding 2 because I mixed these 2 shades together, but it's the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. You guys, this is such a bomb foundation, but you definitely wanna go with something more medium to full coverage just to continue creating an even base. Ooh, that might be a little light at this moment in time. I'm actually just gonna go in with Barcelona because I forgot that I had tanned last night. Now this is where the real magic happens, and you guys know this is my secret weapon, the Becca Cosmetics Brightening Under Eye Corrector. Oh my god, this stuff is like incredible. It's an under eye corrector that basically has these little particles, so you can see it's not like completely flat or matte. It has like a little bit of luminosity to it, so it actually reflects the light off of your under eyes and brightens that area to like a whole nother level. But it also has this salmony pink undertone to it, so when you're applying it, it is canceling out the blues and the purple tones under the eyes. I just go ahead and apply that with my fingertips over top of foundations. When I was talking about this in my favorites video last month, or maybe it was the month before, I don't know, I've been using this nonstop. I can't even remember, like I don't remember my life before this product, honestly. I could never lose this at this point. I know a lot of you guys were asking, how do I use it? Do I use it before foundation? Do I use it after concealer, before concealer? What do I use? And I do it after foundation, but before concealer. So that's what I found to work best. It also has like a little bit of a thicker consistency. So again, it's gonna fill in any unevenness that you have underneath your eyes. Like see here, I have like a little bit of a divot right there. It really helps to conceal that. If you have a deeper skin tone, or if you have more purple under the eyes, you may wanna go with something even darker than this. So you might wanna go with something that has more of an orangey undertone. And I know that Becca actually does make a darker one now as well. And it is important to use a fuller coverage concealer, but that has a lighter consistency. That's really what's gonna help you conceal your dark under eye circles, but not cake up under there. What I'm gonna be using is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Macadamia. While we're here, I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight the rest of the face. And I like to press it in so that the products lay really nice and flawlessly. You can also use the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. That one is bomb. So, yeah, one of those. Either a blender or that e.l.f. concealer brush is amazing. And if the bags are really live-in, I'll go in with a second layer of concealer just right here where that divot was, so that we can sort of fill in that area. So basically what I'm doing, like my process is to layer on lighter weight products so that we do have a smooth under eye area, and then that under eye corrector just really helps to cancel out any discoloration. Okay, so you can see that already made a huge difference in the actual discoloration of the under eyes, but we still have a little bit of unevenness, especially on this eye. For some reason, I have it more on one eye than the other. So what I like to do to help this out and just like make it a super duper smooth and flawless finish is bake. It helps keep the cream products that we just placed down in place all day long so that they're not gonna wear away and that your dark circles won't show through. But also on top of that, it actually adds more coverage and it creates a more smooth base. And again, it's gonna fill in those divots that we have underneath the eyes, especially as we get older. Those are gonna get deeper and deeper, unfortunately. So definitely use your eye creams. But yeah, you can kind of help mask that with baking powders because it is going to add some coverage, and depending on the actual color of your powder, it can even cancel out discoloration more so. So there are a couple different powders that I recommend, and I have 2 different shades that I would recommend. So the first is the Kat Von D Lock-It Brightening Powder in the shade Golden. This actually has a yellow, oh, I almost dropped the whole powder, but this actually has a yellow undertone to it, so it's really, really good for brightening that under eye area. Anything that has a banana or yellow undertone is just gonna have such a brightened effect. But I also really, really love peach undertoned baking powders for this step. So this is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Setting Powder, and this is very, very mattifying, and again, it does have that peachy undertone, so it really cancels out like blues and purples under the eye. And another great peachy one is the MAC Cosmetics and Patrick Star powders. So any of these powders are gonna do the job. The only thing that I will say is that the Kat Von D powder does have like terrible flashback. So just keep that in mind. I still love it. I still use it on days when I know that I'm not gonna be using flash photography, but keep that in mind because if you go out at night and you're using this Kat Von D Lock-It Brightening Powder, whoa, your under eyes look bright. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, it does brighten it, but it's like, it's hella flashback under there. So today I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Peach Perfect because this is the one that I tend to gravitate more towards, even though I do like all of them. And I just like to take it and press it under the eyes. I also like to bake right here, even though that has nothing to do with the under eye areas. It's just something I do. And then after about 10 minutes or so, you just wanna go ahead and wipe away that baking powder, and it will leave your under eyes looking way more airbrush. That's like the best description. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of the makeup, but one last tip that I wanna tell you guys, if you are starting to get wrinkles under the eyes like I am, if you take your eyeshadow and smoke out that lower lash line with a fluffy blending brush, it kind of starts to conceal those under eye wrinkles, honestly. So you can see on this I already did it, and you can barely see those wrinkles, so another little tip. And that's what you get. So you can see that the under eyes are completely concealed, but not only that, they actually lay really flat now. And when I don't have makeup on, you definitely can see divots in my under eyes. So hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a little bit from these tips and tricks. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe right down below if you haven't subscribed already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Depuff, how do I say that? Depuff? Take down puffiness? What is it called? Depuff your eyes? Take down the puffiness?